Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and today we are starting a new Let's Play series for Farming Simulator 22 on the map Lands of La Mancha. Well, I'm here, finally arrived in Spain, caught a flight from the airport from America, and came here and bought some property, sight unseen, but I was dealing with a pretty good company. They walked me through the process of how to purchase the land. I got all the necessary paperwork to get out here, and I've been wanting to come to Spain for a very long time. It's just such a gorgeous country. Look at where I'm at. Just look at how beautiful this is. Just can't believe I'm finally here. Caught a ride from the airport and met a very nice gentleman who was kind enough to give me a ride up to this point. Unfortunately, he had to go off in that direction, but my farm, from what I understand, is off in that direction. So I'm really excited. I want to go check it out. So let me get down from this hill, and we are gonna just kind of run off the side of the road here. Hopefully won't get ran over along the way. Man, but I'm just so excited. Bought this property. It's supposed to have several acres worth of the actual farm property itself. Comes with grain storage as well as a bunch of equipment. Several fields for me to farm and to really kind of get going. From the way that it was explained to me, this is a fully operational farm. I've got everything that I'll need to, start to plant, farm, and do everything to be able to start getting products out of the ground and, really start doing something with them. I'm so excited, cannot wait to see this farm. Thankfully I've got my GPS up on my phone and just following this to the farm. I mean, oh, man, look at this. Just look at this site. Just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I'm gonna run. Get to my new farm. Cannot wait. Now, as best as I can tell from my GPS, it's just around this bend here is my farm. Actually, I might be able to start to see the farm just over this crest. Oh man, I can't wait. So excited, so excited. I spent a fair bit of money. I have $100,000 in addition to what I just got done spending for the property. Oh wait, I think that's the house. Yeah, that's the house according to the GPS. We're coming up to it. Oh, okay, we gotta run. We gotta get there. But we've got about $100,000 left over after everything was said and done with the purchasing and all that, the fees, and all that stuff to kind of work as kind of a buffer to, for any unexpected expenditures. We'll see how things go. Oh yes, there it is. There's my new house. Some storage, but wait a minute. Wait. Is this the entire... Wait. Where's the grain storage? No. They told me this was several acres worth of farm. Where's everything? Okay. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to go in my house. I'm going to go inside, make a few phone calls. Okay, just got off the phone, and what best they're telling me is that the property I purchased, this is it. This is just it's just a house in a shed. It's I just cannot believe that they oversold it to this degree. It's just a house in a shed. There's no where are my fields? Where you know what they told me that I have access to their online map surveys. They told me that I have 5 separate fields, and the grain storage. I asked them about grain storage, but that there's nothing on the property. And they told me that it's off-site grain storage. They didn't explain that to me when I first purchased this place. So let me go on to my phone and look up this digital. So they told me that I have good-sized fields, and they have them like almost like a prospector's map to where they number each of the individual fields. They told me I had field number 14 and 17 in the southwest of La Mancha. So let's see. Oh my, no, these are tiny. These are tiny fields. What? These are not, there's not even half an acre worth of fields here. 14 and 17. Okay, you know what? They also said I had 69, 71, and 72. Let's 69, 69, 71, and 72. Oh, wait. 69, 70. Okay, so those are a bit bigger. Those aren't as bad. They're about an acre each. Okay. Now, they said the grain silo was southwest of well, here it's called the grain shed. I wonder, that's got to be it, because they said it was to the southwest of my 3 fields, 69, 71, and 72. So that's got to be at the grain shed. Huh. Alright, well, let's put the phone away. Let's take kind of an inventory and see what we got here. So we got this Welger trailer, an Amazon seeder and power harrow, Pottinger plow. See, they told me I had all the equipment to do everything with, but this is all, I guess that makes sense. It's all really tiny fields. Each field is less than an acre. What's in these sheds? These should be my tractors. Oh, there we go. There's my big Massey. Okay, there's my 8S205. And then my little Massey, 5S105. And my big Massey harvester. Let's see. And here's the header and the trailer for the Massey. Oh, man, I don't... You know what, they said I also have a digital inventory. Let me look up that inventory list real fast. Yeah, that's it. That's everything. That can't be everything. Alright, you know what, let's go check out this grain shed. We'll just take the little Massey over. Take the little Massey. I've got it plugged in my GPS, so... just go over there, we'll check out the grain storage and see how that looks. Hopefully that's better than this. And man, I'm just thankful I have this 100 grand, because I'm gonna need to buy, God, practically everything. I'm gonna have to figure something out. When I was on the phone with them, they were telling me that my two fields, the 14 and 17, had product in them and they were ready to come out. So I don't know. I mean, I'll have to do that soon, because can't just leave the product in. All right. Well, I mean, this Massey is practically brand new. I mean, that's probably the good news. And both the other Masseys, the other tractor and harvester, looked like they were in real good shape. So, I mean, thank God for small favors, I guess. But see, according to the GPS, I've got to come off the main road here. Okay. Wait a minute. What the heck is this? This isn't a grain shed. What is this? What is going on? And I don't understand. Where would I this isn't grain storage. I hear people inside. What is going on here? Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna go inside and see what's going on, because this is I am in the right spot. Alright, yeah. Grain shed. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go inside and just see if I can find somebody and talk to them. You're not gonna believe this. They converted this old grain shed into a grape processing plant. And apparently I own the property. They rent it from me to process grapes here. Oh, this gets so weird. And they were telling me that fields 69, 70, and 72, the fields I own, are grape fields. And not only that, but the grape fields are ready to harvest. I need to actually go there to pull the product out now. If I don't pull the product out, then they're going to wither soon, and they're not going to have anything to package into the raisins. I don't know what to do. I'm bewildered. I mean, the only thing I can do at this point is I've got to get a harvester. I've got to... Maybe I can lease a harvester, and... After leasing a harvester, I can go and... Oh, man. This is just... I just don't know what to do. This is just... I need to lease a harvester, a trailer. To carry all this product in and take it to here to get it processed. Okay, well, I mean, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to go and get a harvester, get a trailer. Let this be a lesson. Don't buy anything sight unseen. And this is wild. They didn't say anything about a grape processing plant. They didn't say anything about... Like, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, they weren't kidding. Those are grape fields. And they said they're ready to harvest too, so I've gotta... Because they're renting the property from me, they'll process the grapes and they'll pay me for the product that I send to them because I own the land. So they're going to pay me for the grapes, they're going to pay me for the processing. And so I mean, I have a way to make money, but is it going to be enough to offset the cost of a harvester? That's gonna be a lot of money. I don't know if I've got the money for this. I mean, I was here earlier. This is where me and that gentleman from the airport parted ways. He said he was coming over here towards town. He lives on the other side of town. Man, right there straight ahead is the Massey store. Oh. I'll have to buy me, or I'll have to see if I can lease a grape trailer, lease a harvester. Alright, well, let's go around the front and see if I can talk to somebody there and order some equipment. Let's see. So they're telling me that I can lease this equipment, which is cool. That's gonna be nice. So this is almost, whoa, that's almost $2,000 to lease. I've got my little Massey here, so I almost have to get this small. Yeah, I almost have to get this small trailer just to be able to cart this stuff around. And it's a much better price, so let's just do that. And then we'll have to lease a grape harvester. But which one? So for 242,000, we could lease the New Holland. It's got 3,000 liter capacity for product. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was looking at the Arrow. Yeah, 242,000, 3,100 liters of capacity, but the Arrow only has 3,000 liters capacity for 240,000. Let's see. Oh man, to lease it's over 12 grand. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I don't know what to do. So to lease, oh look, I can lease this model with extra horsepower, but it also makes it a little bit faster and be quicker to get out there. So you're talking 100 less liters, but it'd be 2 full tanks. Would be 1 trailer load. At 14 grand. You know what? We'll go ahead and lease this too, because this will just get us out there faster. Okay. Alright, so you know, I wonder if we can hire somebody here at the shop to drive this Massey out to the field. Let's ask. Yeah, let's go ask. We'll see. Alright, good news is that they said that I can hire one of their workers to send out the tractor out to the field. So let's go ahead and hop back in the tractor. We'll set up the coordinates with them to tell them where to go. Here we go. So we'll just have them take the trailer and just stop here by there we go. The worker hopped in and he took right off. That's excellent. So now let's go hop in the harvester. I really do like this Eero harvester, even though it's got 100 liters less than capacity for storing the grapes. It's faster than the New Holland, and to me at least, ooh, it appears to have a tighter turning circle than New Holland. Now I could be wrong on that one, but this is how it feels at least. Because I've driven the New Holland before in the States, and I don't know, this one just feels cleaner. I don't know, just it's also nice to have that kind of glass floor bottom. You can see that you're all lined up over the vine. check out my output in the screen here, and looks like everything's good so far. Everything's running the way I would expect it to. Well, we're just over a quarter full in the tanks. The monitor seems to be working just fine. Alright, well, this is going a lot smoother than I thought it would, but oh, and we are topped up. Oh, yeah, we do need to back up. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's see. We got to get the tractor, dump into it. We have 2 full loads per 2 full loads with the harvester in order to dump it into the trailer, and then every 2 loads we've got to run up to that processing plant. After the first run, I will talk to the foreman and see what products are capable of making. Okay, well, let's boogie. Let's get this loaded up and rocking and rolling. Oh, that's cool. Pow. So I wonder if I've got enough room to squeak by the Massey. So to me, it just doesn't make sense to keep going. So I'm thinking of selling these 3 fields, and after the grapes are processed, then see if I can find a buyer for that shed area. Because if I can find a buyer for the sheds, then I can kind of completely cut ties. It's this side, I believe. it not unload? There we go. Much, much better. Alright, let's go talk to that shop foreman. Sorry, the processing foreman for these grapes. Okay, so just got off the phone with the foreman, and he tells me that there are mainly two things that they can do at the processing plant there. It just all depends if I have all the ingredients to do one versus the other. So we'll see what it takes to get that up and running and kind of go from there. But he said go ahead and let yourself in and take a look at the necessary ingredients required to do any specific action here, to make any specific product, I should say, and he will tell his other employees to do whatever I decide, to basically work on whatever I decide. So we'll see how it goes. To the plant right now, we'll drop all these off, and after they're dropped off, then we'll go inside, make our presence known. Let's check out their catalog. So he said they do raisins and grape juice. Oh. So they do a 1-to-1 ratio for grapes to raisins, but a 5-to-4 ratio for grapes to grape juice. So for every 1,000 liters, it's 2,500. For 1,000 liters, it's 4,500. So that means that at no point is that price at best would double, but is it worth, what is that, 1, 2, 3, almost 5 times the amount of production of raisins than grape juice. So I could make it 5 times, I could make this 5 times faster and have it ready to be gone. But when is the high point for each? What month? February for grape juice versus September for raisins. So we'd have a month to be able to process that lot. Or we could wait until February for grape juice. We're just gonna do raisins. We're just gonna do those. Yeah, we're gonna do raisins. But yeah, I think I've come up with a plan as to how to recuperate some of my money. I think I can sell these fields independently from the farm. And if that's the case, then I should be able to sell these off, sell off the factory, and then once all that's accomplished, then be able to start to focus on the other stuff. And depending on how much money I get from the fields and from the factory, I could then reinvest it into bigger fields for what equipment I do have, which is essentially small equipment anyways. I tell you what though, this little Massey is doing everything I needed to do. It might not be the biggest, might not be the most powerful, but it's like my little workhorse. See in our rearview mirror that it's going up. And it's dumping. Alright, second load is good. And now back to the field for more. So it looks like field 69 has 4 rows where the others have 3 rows. Which is fine. Alright, so we're almost done with this next load, which will be nice because we're rapidly approaching this little Massey. And then, let's see. I said before, I think there's 2 more rows here and 1 more. Or am I on the last one on... I might be on the last row for this other... It's kind of what it looks like. I might be on the last row, so nice. That's excellent. go. Turn that off. We will head over. Alright, so everything's said and done. We almost had 16,000 liters of grapes. So when everything's said and done here, there'll be 16,000 liters of raisins. So we'll just have to, boogie on up and get those sold. Alright, as you can see, money went up. The bank ended up buying the land and gave us almost $150,000 for it. It was a little undervalued because, we went ahead and took the product off of it. Had we left the product there, they said they would have offered us a bit more. But we feel that $150,000 for those 3 fields, bare is fair. So, all in all, I think we made out pretty good. And now we are heading back to the farm real quick. Once we head back to the farm, I think I've got one more trick up my sleeve as to kind of help boost the amount of money we have available to us. We're gonna have to make some purchases. We're gonna need equipment, and the equipment we have just isn't gonna cut it. It's just not gonna work. The Massey Ferguson harvester is just way too big for what we need. We need something that's kind of a slightly smaller in profile, but isn't gonna take away from us being able to harvest in areas and amounts that we are going to want for the future. So I think I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do this just really fast. We're gonna get rid of that Massey, that particular harvester. We're going to get rid of this in exchange for something I think will work out much, much better. One thing that I invested on before coming here was a drone, and I can deploy the drone anytime I need to be able to kind of help me back up and take these huge pieces of equipment and just make it a little bit easier, to be honest with you, because if we stop and we go ahead and deploy that drone, look at that. We've got a good bird's eye view, be able to see kind of what's going on. And in respect to like field work and whatnot, we'll be able to see, how tight our lines are, how well our groupings are doing. So we'll be able to just kind of, get a whole new level. But let's go ahead and we'll stop again. Bring the drone in. And deactivate it, and we'll drive the rest of the way. So because we have such a big piece of equipment, we're actually going to go a different route. Because normally we would go in the second exit of that roundabout and then down the hill and around the back. But because this is such a large piece of equipment, we're going to go through the front gate. Alright, now come through the roundabout. A lot of people here at the store. Alright, well, we're here finally at the shops. Now, let's go talk. Alright, so he actually said that in this building out back here is the shop where we can just drop it off and... Okay, yeah, there we go. There's the shop. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take our... harvester. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Yes, okay, perfect. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I will take that any day of the week. $407,000 for all that equipment. Now, in its place, we're going to go up to the front and check a look at their catalog, because I think, if memory serves, actually, you know what? First things first. Anything in the used section to kind of help us save money? Is that... Oh my goodness. They actually have a used grape harvester, and we already sold our... well, oh well. You know what? Not a big deal. But under their harvester section of their catalog, yes, the twin screw with the big tank can store 29,000 liters worth of product. We'll number this. It's number 1. I really don't care about oversized. If people can't see that we're oversized, then I do want a CB, because you know, if our operation grows, we'll be able to reach out to other harvesters and other pieces of equipment in the field. We do want a straw chopper foil so it contains everything. Green Star, no. We want the big motor. We want the 465 horsepower long pipe. Want every light that they have available for this. And there we go. That's exactly what we want, because look at that. We made 400,000. We're spending less than 3 for this. For bigger capacity. And then we want the header. And now we're getting a bigger header than we had before. And we need a header trailer. Look at that. Alright. Bigger header. Bigger capacity. What's not to like? Oh, yes. Big Daddy like. Okay. Ooh. Hmm. I'll have to go out this side. The nice thing about this harvester is this thing gets going quick. Look at that, 31 miles an hour. We can get exactly where we want to get to in a hurry. Whoa! Now the only downside is that this thing, because it's a tracked vehicle, turns on a dime. And now, what was it? 14, 17, I think it was. I think both of them are ready to harvest. Yeah, 14, 17. Let's see. So here's 17. This is wheat. It's ready. What is this? Oh, this one's cotton next to us. What's this other field that we have? Okay, so they're both wheat. Alright, so that's good to know. What's up here to our north? 16. It's also wheat. So I think what we're gonna do is buy field 16, because that can't be too expensive. Let's put in that purchase order for field 16. 24 grand? Yeah. And then eventually, once 15 gets cleared out, we can then purchase 15 and either make one large field or just keep it the way it is. So we've got 3 fields now. Alright. Disconnect. And it's not going to be a ton of product. We will get the product off of these 3 fields. They're all wheat, so one last little swing around. Look at that. Perfect. So, something else I need to do real quick, something just dawned on me, is I need to purchase the soil maps for these fields so that when it comes time to fertilize and do everything that I need to do, there we go. So, wasn't too expensive. And you figure all in all, we got almost 5,000 liters off of that one little field. So that's not that bad, I think. Off those two fields, we're gonna get almost, what, 11,000 liters? Well, no, probably closer to 10.5. Alright, 10,400, that's not bad. That's not too shabby. I mean, all things considered, them being such small fields. This is another small field, so we're gonna go ahead and get this harvester back to the farm. Once it's back to the farm, we will figure out what to do from there, because we gotta have a place to store the wheat, maybe even something to do with the wheat. Alright, not too shabby. So we need to hire a couple people. One to build a silo. For 11 grand, a multi-fruit silo, 2 million liters. I think that'll do just fine. Okay. I think that'll work. And I think this one right here. 15 grand. We'll go ahead and have them deliver some chickens to us. We can do 360, so how about let's do we'll do 30 young and 30 adults. And then they'll give them plenty of room to breed and do their thing. We'll come in here, switch on the lights. And Now, I don't... Oh yeah, look at it go. So we are producing... We're going to be producing eggs. We've got raisins. How much is this going to take? Okay, 9,000. It's not too bad. Alright. I think that's a pretty good start to this series. I hope everyone agrees. Well, I want to thank everyone who watched. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, follow, do all the things that the algorithms like. Hey, we got some chickens, we got a silo, we got rid of our grapes, making some raisins, making some eggs. I think that's pretty good start to things. Considering where we started and where we got to, I'm gonna call that a win. You know what? Thanks again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.